Hi everyone, I'm back again talking about my favorite topic, poop. So I'm quickly going to discuss the color, components and some facts about the fecal material. So a lot of us tend to think that the food that we eat is what the poop is made up of, which is slightly incorrect. The poop is actually made up of a lot of things, such as number one, it's actually the three parts of the poop is water. So let's say we are losing around 100 ml of water every single day. We also reabsorb approximately 9.8 liters of water back into the colon, and we actually need this amount of water inside the poop. So think of it as a blender. And if you let's say you are trying to blend rice, so you're just trying to blend the rice, the machine is not really going to work that well. But when you put in some water and you provide it a nice consistency, the movement is going to be really swift, and then it is very easy for you to pour it out of the jug or the blender. That is exactly what is happening inside your colon. So you need some amount of water so that you can swiftly push out the fecal material outside your body, because it can be toxic, because it contains toxins, fat and mucus that the body no longer needs, and it is supposed to be ejected out. This is why being constipated can be so detrimental to the health, because it's not supposed to sit inside the body, it's supposed to leave every single day. Also, the fecal material is made up of gut bacteria. So let's say you are eating fiber. Fiber is always digested by your gut microbiome, your gut bacteria, and they actually chew on that fiber, and then they produce a lot of short chain fatty acids for us, which is really great for our health. And if you're eating a lot of vegetables and fibers and fruits, the fiber can actually increase the bulkiness of the stool, and it can actually create a lot of bulk, and you will have to visit the washroom say 2 to 3 times in a day. So if you have suddenly started eating a lot of salads and raw food and just including some vegetables and fibers, it can actually make you poop more, which is healthy as long as it is not accompanied with pain and pressure, and you do not have to put a lot of strain or blood or something. It's completely healthy. Now, the gut bacteria that I just mentioned are also someone, when once their work is done, they are no longer supposed to sit inside the body, and they try to come out via poop. So the more the gut bacteria we have, and the more the bacteria is actually broken down in the food, you will be able to see it in the poop in the form that your poop would not suddenly plummet to the bottom of the pot, and it would actually float up a little because of the gut bacteria, and then slowly it settles down. So that's one thing you need to look at, so as to if you have a good balance of gut microbiome, which is very important when it comes to your digestive system. And the last thing that your poop is made up of, let's say you are taking some kind of medicine, so the remnants of the medicines or the antibiotics or the pills that you eat, and some artificial food color, sweetener agents, colors and preservatives that the body no longer needs, and cholesterol is ejected by the body in poop. Now, when we speak about the color of poop, the healthy color would be say around brown to yellowish brown, but ideally brown. Now, yellowish brown color can be due to, let's say if you're taking a lot of antibiotics, or you have been on a lot of pills or some medications, or you've been having a lot of diarrhea, the color can be yellow. Now, how do we get this color? So your body produces a beautiful, brilliant thing every single day, that is approximately 2.8 million red blood cells corpuscles every single day. Now, the same amount also dies every single day, and they have this color pigment that is red in color. The red color changes to green, the green color changes to yellow. So let's say when you have a wound on your body, you would actually see the same kind of color reaction going through, and the same color changes. So the pigment red converts into green, then yellow. Now, this yellow pigment actually travels to the gut, and your gut bacteria is going to snip upon it and give it the color brown. So the color brown that we see in the poop is because of the gut bacteria. That is why stool test and fecal transplants can be life changing for a lot of people, and under a lot of medical conditions, and it has really worked for some people. So that is how you get the color. Now, talking about healthy color, so like I discussed, brownish to yellowish brown is still okay. If you spot gray color in your poop, so some people's can be light brown to gray, that actually could be the connection between the liver and gut is a little off, and it's little gone. And this is the reason, and this is a case around which you should actually visit your doctor and look into it, because your poop is not supposed to be gray in color, and that's not healthy. Now, some people can naturally have less pigment in their poop, and the syndrome is known as Gilbert's syndrome. And the basic thing that is going on wrong here is that the enzyme that is actually snipping and giving it the color is actually just not working very efficiently. And as long as you're not having pain or any other symptom, there is nothing to worry about. Sometimes the poop can be black or red. So fresh red color, let's say you have hemorrhoids and you see fresh red blood color in your poop, that's nothing to worry about. The thing that you should be worried about is hemorrhoids, and you should look into fixing it, because yes, you can heal it with the lifestyle, with right lifestyle and right dietary choices. And so always remember, congealed blood is black in color and fresh blood is red in color. Congealed blood is black in color and fresh blood is red in color. So fresh blood is great. Anything above or below that is not healthy, and you should look into it, and you should visit your general practitioner or your doctor and look into it. So that's about the color. So brown to yellowish brown is great. We are good. You can do actually a lot of these experiments next time you visit the bathroom. It's actually really enthralling experience. And so talking about types of poop. So there are 7 types of poop. This was the scale. The scale is known as Bristol scale, and it was developed in the year 1997. And it has 7 types of poop that speaks volumes about what is going on inside your body and the health of your body. So type 1 to type 7. As I've already discussed in my previous videos, type 1 is being the one where someone is facing constipation. So it's going to be like, small, tight balls. So if you have seen camel's poop, it's like small regular round balls, and it's really hard for the person to push it out of their system. So one thing is, it lacks solid, it lacks fluid, and the connection between the fluid and solid is not correct. The balance is not correct, and that is why you see it is like, hard lumps, tight lumps. Now type 2 would be, just imagine all of these small separate lumps are now gelling together. So again, that would be really difficult to pass, and the person will face a little bit of pain. That would be type 2. Now type 3 of poop would be, all of these has come together like a nice sausage, and it still has cracks on the top of it and the bottom of it. So like overall there is going to be cracks, and it's like a sausage, or if you have seen hot dog and the buns that you see, so it will just have cracks. That is type 3, and it is actually really healthy to have a poop that is of type 3. So type 3 is healthy. Then we have type 4. So it's like when you take toothpaste out of the toothpaste tub and you just push it out, and how it comes out. So imagine this as your body, and then the poop just comes out, like you push it, you sit down, and the poop comes out. So that's a beautiful thing, and it is a sign that everything is going perfectly inside the body, and you should be grateful. So type 3 and type 4 is great. Now type 5 would be, so it would be a little, so it would not be like hard lumps and mushy. Now that we are moving towards type 7, that is diarrhea. So it is going to have some water, and it is still going to have some cracks, but it is going to be separated. So that would be your type 5. Then type 6, the same separation is going to be a little mushy and little fluffy, and it is going to have some liquid, because we are moving towards diarrhea. And then type 7 would be just water. We do not want to be type 1, type 2, type 5, type 6, type 7. If you have that, you need to look into it. On some days you have it, on some days you don't, because of your traveling or something. So that's okay, you don't have anything to worry about. But if you're facing a condition of type 1, type 2, type 5, type 6, type 7 on most days of the week, then you must look into it. And so ideally, when you look at the digestive system, someone who is constipated, so their system takes approximately 100 hours for it to process the meal or the food that the person has eaten. And when you look at someone who has diarrhea, their body would do it in like 3, 4, 5 hours. Hence, it's there's nothing, you don't want to be at any end, because in both cases you're not really absorbing the nutrients if you're eating some, and everything is just passing through you. So that's not healthy. So you must look into this, and your fecal material speaks volumes about your health. Constipation is not healthy. Constipation is not normal. Acidity is not normal. Bloating is not normal. Missing your periods, having irregular period cycles is not normal. Constantly having headaches is not normal. And migraine and constipation is so badly related. Not that always related, but most of the times when someone has constipation, they would also feel dizziness, and they will have headaches and the mood swings and depression, anxiety. It is related to constipation, and it is so very well related that you must look into your gut health, and you must see that you're not holding in the toxic fecal material inside of you, and it needs to go outside the body. And 2 things that you can also do when it comes to taking the poop or taking the dump out, you should actually just try to relax. So I've already discussed this, but just putting on a nice music and just not putting pressure on your body and just allowing it to release the motion is going to be really, really helpful. And sitting in the squat position, so like it is known as malasana in Hindi, you can actually look for it on Google, and you just have to sit in that position where your belly is actually pushing towards the knees, and it's both touching each other, and it creates a nice pressure in your bowel movements, and you can easily pass out the dump. So this is one thing that you can practice, and it really, really works beautifully. So yeah, that's it from me. I hope you enjoyed this. Take care of yourself. Have a great day.